Mangroves are a natural resource that are protected under the laws of Belize since 1989. 4 species of mangroves, the black, the white, the red, and the buttonwood, cover 3.4% of Belize's land surface. This type of water forest ecosystem acts as home for juvenile marine life, helps to prevent coastal erosion, and stores large amounts of carbon for long periods. Their protection reduces greenhouse gas emissions and supports climate change mitigation.
If climate change and some of the impacts of climate change, it impacts the forest, right? Then it has a ripple effect. So in turn, by not combating or not showing a level of sustainable forest management, right, in effect it can exacerbate the impacts of climate change, right, and expedite some of the impacts that we're seeing as a result of climate change. If you want to produce in a certain area, you have to go through a level of destruction of that ecosystem, right? Deforestation that disrupts the watershed. Again, an imbalance. You might not see the impacts now, right? But it's all connected.
But this important ecosystem is sometimes taken for granted. It's among one of the first to be cleared and discarded by developers along coastline communities, rivers, estuaries, and on the Keys, and is affected by deforestation.
We don't know if there's been any environmental impact assessment done by the people who are cutting down the mangrove patches here. And if you notice along the street as well, the street was washing away, and so we decided as a community to come together to plant back mangroves along the street. And so we are very, very concerned about the impacts of what this type of development can have on our community.
Todo esto era manglar. Aquí era un santuario de aves. Todo era manglar natural. Ahora todo se fue.
And Burgers Key, as much of Belize's Caribbean coast, is home to mangroves. A few residents have taken it upon themselves to raise awareness about the importance of mangroves. Some stakeholders have opted to coexist with these amazing trees instead of cutting them down.
That I would encourage everyone who's thinking about investing or creating something. I think they should work with the mangroves, work around it. There's many ways of working around it without taking it down completely. And anything green should be protected. We should protect, whether in the islands or wherever, we should be very careful with it and use it to our advantage, knowing now the importance of the mangroves and the role it plays for everybody, for the way we live, for our kids, our families, and especially the marine life. The importance of it is immense.
To conserve mangrove, other residents trim and manicure them into a landscape. Islander Calvin Young looks after a patch of mangrove forest within downtown San Pedro. It has become an iguana sanctuary.
This is Eco Iguana Corner Foundation. We've been in existence now for 14 years, but we've just been recognized by the government for 4 years now. Most people see the mangrove and they see it as a trash pile. They try everything they don't want in their yard. They try to throw it over in the trash, and it makes no sense. So it's like, if you care about where you live, the first thing you want to try to do is clean up where you live. You see how the temperature difference is here? Way different, cooler. That's one benefit. When it comes to erosion, that's a plus. I mean, a lot of things that we have that we take for granted was because of the mangrove. We into the preservation and the awareness of the iguana being extinct.
I think awareness is really important. Education is really important, because if everyone can understand what climate change is, what is causing climate change, and how we can mitigate climate change, then that is, I believe, a way how we can help to mitigate the effects of climate change and for all of us to be part of the solution. So I think education is really important, and that's the reason why we're out in the communities to do a lot of awareness sessions to educate our people, what is really causing it and how we can be part of the solution.
This blue carbon ecosystem is key to the survival of the fishing industry, tourism, and helps in the mitigation of climate change. And all stakeholders from the policy level to grassroots must continue to work together to conserve and protect this natural resource.
Let us, use our resources sustainably, because at the end of the day, it's for our benefit and also for our future, because we all depend on forests.